Welcome back. This is Aquarium Hacks again by Marcus, and I just wanted to show you guys that background that I was talking about to show you what it looked like now. Let's see if I can get it on there good. Seems like I'm having a bit of a difficult time here. Oh, that makes it too big, doesn't it? Let's go back. Okay, so here's that background, and hopefully you guys can see that pretty well there. But there it is in the background. It looks just like the actual rocks that's in there. That's why it's so hard to determine where. But that's it right there in the very back. So after I applied it and let it dry, it actually came out pretty good. Now there are some spots that are in this background. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger here. See, like that spot right there? See, there are some little spots that's in it. But for the most part, there's a spot there. But for the most part, this background turned out pretty good. A lot better than what I thought that it was going to actually turn out. And so I'm really pretty happy with the background and how it looks. So I'm not disappointed in it at all. But like I said before, when you're applying these sticky backgrounds, you really need room. I had very little room in the back, and so I couldn't get it perfect. But it's okay with me, because when I look in the tank, I can barely see hardly any imperfections with it. So there are some spots. But like I said, when you apply these backgrounds, just make sure that you apply them to a clean, really, honestly, an empty tank. And if you're going to apply it with an established tank, make sure that you have enough room behind your tank so that you can actually apply it properly. But it didn't turn out too bad, so I kind of like it. But what I wanted to show you guys as well, let me show you here how I have set up my Seachem Tidal 110. And I'm just going to walk you through it and just give you a few little tips about the 110. So when you're setting up a Seachem Tidal 110, know this about the Seachem Tidal, and this goes for just about all their series, whether it's the 35 or the 55, 75, 110. That as you're cutting your foam pieces, like this foam piece right here, this is the one that's on top. Now, as you're cutting your foam pieces, let me show you something over here. You can see it in the back here. I don't know if you can or not, but if you're cutting your foam pieces, okay, the Seachem Tidal starts out narrow down here at the bottom and shorter. So as you're going up, your foam pieces have to get more wider and wider and wider. And when you get up here to the top, your top foam piece is going to be significantly wider and longer than this bottom piece here. So that's just the way how it goes. It goes from narrow all the way up to wide to the widest point. And so know that this top piece of foam, you're cutting the top piece of foam, is going to have to be wider and longer than this bottom piece of foam. But I want to show you guys what I've done here. And so what I've done is on the very bottom, I cut some 20 ppi foam on the bottom. At least it's supposed to be 20 ppi. I don't believe it is. Well, I believe it is 20 ppi, but on the top here, it's supposed to be 30 ppi. Now, what I've done is these are 2-inch foams. These foams are 2 inches, and so I cut that foam on the bottom, and then, as you can see here, I put pot scrubbies all the way down in the middle of that. It's pot scrubbies all the way down in the middle. And then I just simply put the foam piece, 2-inch foam piece, 30 ppi, which I believe is 20 ppi. That's just the way you get them from Amazon. Everything's not exactly right like it should be sometimes. And then I just take 2 little pieces of foam, like that, and I put that on top just for some extra biological. I don't think it's going to really do anything. And that's just the way how I've got that filter set up. So yeah, that's just a little tip about the Seachem Tidal series. As you're cutting your foam, remember your bottom foam is going to be narrow and more narrow and shorter than your other foams going up in this filter. So cut that bottom foam the same size as the foam pad that came with the Seachem Tidal, but know as you go up further on the top, it gets longer and it gets wider. So I just wanted to share that little tip and that little, and so that can help you in the long run if you decide to set up your Seachem Tidal this way. Well, anyway, this is Aquarium Hacks by Marcus. Hey guys, till next time, keep on hacking.